Hey guys, thanks for joining me, and if you like what you see, please subscribe. Hi friends, welcome to Sharp Ends. Today I'm going to do a quick video for you of gift ideas for people in your life who may or may not be EDC enthusiasts, but someone who you want to give a gift to. And then I'm also going to talk about some gifts that you might give to someone who isn't specifically an EDC enthusiast. So first off, anyone, and this goes for any kind of cook or anyone who likes to keep their knives sharp, a very simple gift to give someone if they don't have it already is a leather strop. And I actually have posted a video about how to use one, but it maintains an edge. It's not going to sharpen a knife, but any sharp knife that you use this regularly on, that edge will be maintained for practically forever, as long as you're taking care of the blade. And if you have someone in your life who is already a knife enthusiast and already has a strop, then you might want to give them the upgraded option of using something like Gunny Juice instead of the standard green and white bars they give you for their thing. So that's number one, get some kind of strop for someone who might want to maintain their stuff. Second, let's talk about flashlights. So I think that a good gift for anyone who carries keys around in their life or has a purse would be a small flashlight. There are some like this little Olight 3E, which is just takes a single AAA battery and has one mode, super easy and light. So that's a nice little gift. All you have to do is tighten it down and then it turns on, and that's it. This is super cheap too, and this one's a little bit more expensive. This is the IR2 EOS, and this is also Olight. It's rechargeable though, which is really cool. And again, all you need to do is tighten it down and tighten it in, and then it turns on. And actually it has two modes. It has one where if you don't screw it all the way in, it has a moonlight mode, and you screw it down really tight, and then it has a bright mode. So that's a little bit of a step up. Very cool. And finally, well, not finally for flashlights, but what I think is the best one and also the most expensive is actually made by Aura, or I'm blanking on their name. Why am I blanking on their name? Because I have so many things in front of me. This is the, the Aurora A5. This, I have a full video on this of why it's my favorite, but very briefly, this is totally rechargeable. The body glows. It has magnets on the top and bottom. It has several different modes to it. And it's just an all-around awesome flashlight. Check out my full review of this flashlight at my channel. Next, anyone who's a camping enthusiast in your life probably has a sleeping pad. And what I would get them is a Flextail. I've just recently gotten one of these, and I already really like it. It has a lantern flashlight, which is really cool. And then it also, obviously has the inflator and deflator. It also is rechargeable. Also, it is a 3,500 milliamp battery storage. So you can also recharge your phones or electronics with this. So this is just great. If you are using inflatables on the beach or in your pool, or you're going camping, just lots of different uses for this, for blowing up all kinds of things. It's just a really smart little idea. I like it a lot. And that it only costs about, I think after taxes, all included, it cost me just under 50 bucks. I think it was 48 bucks. And they sell them at Amazon as well as directly from the manufacturer. Next, this is a really great little camping lantern that I like too, that's solar, and I've done a review of this as well. It completely recharged now, and what's cool about this is that it has LEDs in here, and the LEDs change color. So you have lots of different color modes, and then you blow up this. You blow that up, and now you've got this lantern that you can hang anywhere in your campsite or in your house for emergencies. It's just super cool, super great. Don't have to rely on batteries. You just leave it out during the day. It's totally waterproof. So yeah. I really like the amber mode on that, and it lasts at least half the night, so it acts as a good nightlight too. Next, if you're going to get someone who is not into knives, a knife. This is the knife to get them. That doesn't seem to make sense, right? But it's true. This is a very non-threatening knife. It's something you can keep in your purse. It's the Baby Banter. It's very cheap. It's the Civivi version. There's a medium-sized version and now an extra large version, and there's price ranges all over the place. The colors, you can get pretty much any color. The steel is a budget steel on this Baby Banter, but it's still really good. It's got a good grip here. The blade is nice and small. It's not going to be threatening to anyone. This is great for keeping next to the front door to open packages, giving to your girlfriend or boyfriend, and no one's going to look at you strange if you pull this out in the lunchroom. So, yeah, I would check that out if you're going to get a knife for someone who's not necessarily an EDC person or a knife enthusiast. I would get that. However, if you do have someone in your life who is a worker and uses a cheap gas station knife and you want to upgrade it for him, kick it up a notch, or her, I would say that you probably should just go ahead and get a Paramilitary 2. I got this from DLT for $140. It's S90V, great steel, peel ply. I'm going to be posting a video about this knife and others, and I believe this is still available right now if you want to try to get it for Christmas this year. DLT coating here will keep it from getting rusty, super, super sharp, and it'll stay sharp for a very long time. It's got this great compression backlock as well. I'll be fully customizing this knife in a little bit, and you'll be able to see that video as well. It's also a great platform for giving it to someone who might want to take a knife and then put on new scales, change up how it looks, put on new hardware, put on a new clip, that kind of thing. Another knife that's great for a worker that works all day in a warehouse or is cutting all the time would be this Mannix. I'm sorry, Mannix. This Shaman, the Spyderco Shaman, is a great, great gift to give anyone. Very dynamic. It's going to cut all the time. You can grip up on it. It also has the back lock. So usually people either really like this knife or they like the Paramilitary 2. Different kind of shapes, different kind of ergos, but same kind of idea. Next, and this will be the final knife that I'm going to recommend for an EDC enthusiast, would be the Demko AD20.5, which you can find for about $140. This one has a fancy set of scales on it, so they have a more plastics type of scales, which is great. When I hand friends knives and buddies knives, they always come to love the shark lock. And with the shape, I have a fancier version of this, which I'll show you. This has the sheep foot version of it, right? This is another version of it. This is much more expensive, but you can get this cheaper. You can get the $140 version with plastic instead of titanium scales. And I know a lot of people who are grips or work in the film industry, and they love this knife because they can cut all day long on top of stuff. This is 3V, so it stays sharp forever. Just a great knife. Yeah. All right, that's the last knife I'm going to recommend. I have two other things I'm going to recommend to you. One of them is this Biolight rechargeable panel. It has two panels that come out. It has an onboard battery. It has this little level right here, the sun meter, which shows you when the sun is hitting it. It has a little dot at the back, so you can hook it up, and then it has this thing to hold it up, so you can arch it up to the light where you want it, and then you can find where the sun is and move it around so that it optimizes how it's doing. And then on the back here, you can see it, charges up, and it has an indicator, and then you can actually charge this at home first and use this as an external battery and then keep it topped up. What I do is I use an external battery in conjunction with this, so I usually charge my external battery and this at the same time. When it's in full sun, it will keep it. I've used this for extended, week-long trips in the middle of nowhere, and this has kept my cell phone charged the entire time. So I highly recommend that. Finally, if you want to get someone a nice watch, you can obviously get some, the Casio Royale or something like that. There's a bunch of Casios, which are great, that I recommend often. Like the Illuminator series is amazing. But also, if you want to kick it up a notch, you can get one of these. They cost anywhere from $150 to $400. They're by a company called Avi-8. Avi-8 dash the number 8, Avi-8. And each one of their watches is based on a World War II or older fighting airplane and is themed such. So their dials and numbers match the dials and numbers that you would find in the cockpit there. And their bezels are machined to look like the kind of airplane it was. This is an automatic, so that means that it is powered by the power. It runs with the power of your movement of the body, and whenever that airplane there, and you can see this is a Spitfire, whenever that rotates around, it basically turns the mechanism inside and keeps it running. So I really like these. I think that they're really cool. They have a really nice glass on top, the opal on top, or whatever it's called. It's just really nice. And I've gotten lots of compliments wearing this around. So, it's not your, $5,000 to $40,000 watch. It costs a reasonable amount. It has a really nice movement and it looks really great. And it's just a nice gift for someone who wears a wristwatch, which I think everyone should wear a wristwatch, honestly. So those are some of my ideas for a present you could get someone in your life who's either at EDC or camping, maybe newbie, not necessarily, or even a more experienced person. If you want to give one of your friends something nice, I think any of these would make them smile. So thanks a lot, guys, and I will see you next time. Please leave a like or a subscribe. It really helps me out. I really appreciate it. And have a great holiday season. Bye now.